Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at June 15 through June 21st. And there is a lot of planetary activity happening in Gemini this week, your fellow air sign, and your fifth house of romance, creativity, and self-fulfillment. So quite a week and quite a time for you to be looking at options and looking at things you can do romantically and things mainly you can do to make yourself happy. Sometimes I think that we're on a continual search for happiness and fulfillment. And what does that mean for you? You know, there's so many things on Facebook and social media and so many things written about finding happiness and the elusiveness of it all. And, you know, from movies, from books, from TV shows, where we see happy families and couples portrayed, and yet we know in real life that being happy and satisfied with our lot is not necessarily something that is easy to come by, if at all. However, I do feel that if you can find a way to have the things you want to have in life within reason, we're not talking Maserati and a swimming pool and a private jet, we're talking food, one vacation a year, a nice car, go out for dinner every now and again, health. I mean, health should have been at the very beginning. You know, in a lot of ways, there's no reason that you shouldn't be happy. And if you're not, it's because you're comparing yourself too much against other people, or you're feeling as if you're not keeping up with the Joneses, which I guess is the same thing. My July love and life advice is actually comparison is the thief of happiness, and how comparing yourself to other people, co-workers, friends, family, lovers, is so silly and detrimental and just doesn't do anybody any good. Because what does it mean? It just means that you're comparing yourself and feeling like as if you'll never ever measure up, which is simply not true. Now this week, knowledge is power, and as I said, there's a new moon, the sun and Mars all transiting Mercury, which is a powerhouse in your romance, self-fulfillment, fun and creativity zone on Monday. What are you going to do with that? This is one of those times when you can basically do anything you want to do, Aquarius. This is one of those times when the world is your cosmic oyster. So go ahead and shuck it. Go ahead and find it. Make sure that you find a pearl while you're at it, because that is very likely as well. Later in the week, the sun moves into Cancer, and it's going to be there obviously for a month, and we're having our summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, where the sun is at its most, we're having our summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, where the sun is at its most northest tip, and it's the longest day of the year, and that's going to be June 21st. So make sure you have plans for that day. Even if you get out of work at 6 o'clock, you can still go for a hike or a bike ride or, surfing. The options are endless. And it's a day to celebrate, because it really is a day of ancient history, when every kind of indigenous man, relied on that day and loved that day, because it was a day when they could grow crops, when they could sit out in the warmth and eat late into the night. And, many pictures are taken of just that endless light that is just so beautiful. Have a great week, Aquarius. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week. And be kind to yourself.